left. That's really sweet. It's kind of sad. Shit. Chantel, hi guys, I'm Judy and today I'm going to be watching Fruits Basket reboot season 1 episode 17. Episode 17. In the last episode we started to see the backstory of Utani and how she met Tori's mom and Tori herself, and yeah, we just got the beginning of it and we saw at first that he didn't really she didn't have a good impression of Kyoko, and she was like really let down, and also how hard her life was and how much she, I guess, felt that she would never get a life like Kyoko is, or anything like that. So let's get into this episode and see it continue. Listen to Kyoko's wise theories and check out my Patreon to get ahead on One Piece reactions. I'm currently on episode 25. It's the end of the season over there on Patreon. But more importantly than that, I hope you enjoy this reaction. It really helps my channel if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure to support the original content. Now let's get into it. Go. And you dropped your tofu or something? Like if you buy tofu and just carry it in a bowl? I don't know. I made that up. I don't know what it was. Kind of exercise. Don't just take things in stride. You were dragged here, more like it. It's too hot. Too warm. Like the weather. Yeah, she thinks it's like all on her. She's just... I mean, maybe it's true. Like, she thinks she would do the same thing, but who knows? Tori's just so, affectionate. It's so easy to please. You just wanted someone to be there for you. Just left. Oh, it's so sweet though, and we can tell already that you warmed up to the whole deal.
おい、本当に知り合いじゃねえのかよ。おめえの名前呼んでんじゃん。会ったこともねえっての。あんな時代遅れのヤンキー。てめえはなんだ。てめえみてえに生きがる奴らを叩き潰してその名を上げ。いつかはここら一帯を占める。恐怖の不良軍団を作ってみせる。頑張れ。ハートがねえ。昔の私もこんなんだったな。
Yeah, exactly. You were lucky enough to be saved, I guess.
あれ以来、よくトールの家に行くようになった。いつだって気持ちよく迎えてくれた京子さん。
She's so wonderful, like just being able to like adopt this. But it's because she knows exactly what it feels like. Because she was there too.
勝也の、勝也って父親の名前。勝也の口癖が移っちゃってたんだよね。ありがとうございます。でもまあいいじゃん。可愛いから。本当に親バカだな。トールとも仲良くなって、中学にも行くようになった。
Such good influence.
魚谷さん？あなた何やってるの？何って話してるだけだよ。本田さん、大丈夫？
何がですか？
でもどうも周りには私らが友達同士には見えなかったらしい。なんか真面目に学校とか行ってるらしいじゃん。何それ？
She's turning her life around. Don't get in the way. I mean, a lot of it is, I think, is jealousy in some way. Like, even if they don't acknowledge that. Like, the thought that one of them could actually make it out. Actually prefer to go to school and be a good kid than hang around with them.
親友のはずないじゃん。全然釣り合ってないもんね、魚谷と本田さん。
それに本田さんもああ見えて裏では結構悪いことしてるかもだし。
Oh no.
まあ私はともかくトールのことまでああだこうだ言われたくねえな。
She's afraid that she's having a bad influence on her reputation, at
トールの
least.
そばにいない方がいいのか。
本田さん、一つ呼ぶんじゃない？いいえ、魚ちゃんの分です。
Toru wouldn't want that. It's an understandable fear that you would have in a situation like this, but it's so sweet to see that she was just that her fears were assuaged.
逃げたいけど、でも思い知れ。夜はこれからだって。
And it's also a way for them to, I guess, make everyone else who thinks, yeah, they could change as well, like to make her a symbol for everyone else that they shouldn't do it. Like you're not even allowed to think you can get out. I was gonna say she doesn't look like a mother, but she definitely does. But like it's a mix of being a protective mother and being able to back it up with her past experience. At least one of them cared. That's sweet. Akito.
私、あの子のこと結構気に入ってんだ。まっとうに生きたいならそうすりゃいい。
That's really sweet. It's kind of sad. Shit.
優しい先輩もいたし、族抜けでもっと死の思いしたやつはたくさんいる。
God, it's really terrible. Like you fall so low and you can't get out. You're not allowed to get out.
痛い目見ないとわかんない。私はバカだ。痛い目見て迷惑かけないとわからない気持ちだってあるさ。
Also, it's different for different people. You might have needed this experience
人生の底まで落ちて
for yourself.
初めてわかる気持ちだってあるさ。だからつまずいて間違ってもそれは無駄じゃないさ。無駄にするもんかって思ってればきっと 自分を育てる肥やしになるさ。私トールの親友になりたいんだ。トールが自慢に思ってくれるようなそういう親友になりたいんだ。そのためなら自分を変えたいって変えていきたいって思ったんだ。
That's a wonderful thing to aspire to.
無駄なんかじゃなかったよ。それからしばらくも喧嘩売られたけどなんとか乗り切った。一人じゃないって本当にすごい。秋元先輩とはその後会っていない。遠くに引っ越したって噂で聞いた。
Hopefully she turned her life around too.
京子さんも楽しそうに笑ってて、なのに死んじゃうなんて嘘だろ。大好きだったよ。何の義理もないガキを助けに来ちゃうような、お人よしでまっすぐであったかい京子さんが大好きだったよ。てめえらふざけんな。さっき
Just sitting.
リーチに差がありすぎなんだよ。そんなとんがり方は今のうちにやめときな。シャレにならなくなる前に。叱ってほしいだけならいつだって叱ってやるからさ。よし、焼き入れてやろうぜ。姉さん、姉さん、今日はお疲れ。京子さんには会えない。もう。でも残してくれたものがある。たくさんの言葉や心、そして通る。
God, this was powerful. We see her with her dad now.
こら親父、酒は控えろって医者に言われてんだろ。
うわ、見つかっちゃったよ。
ちゃったよじゃねえ、可愛ぶるな。塩分控えろ。たくしょうがねえな。
I could listen to this song like each time, honestly. Every time. Extra! Okay. We're listening to the song, we're listening to the song. There's a two, like, I need you to know, and it doesn't say two, and it drives me crazy. Because they write it in the subtitles, but he doesn't say it. I need you to know. I'm trying to pretend that he's just like it's very, like it's kind of hidden in there, but. Oh wow. Was that the third girl?
そんなとんがり方は今のうちにやめときな。シャレにならなくなる前に叱ってほしいだけならいつだって叱ってやるからさ。
All of them were affected? I thought only Oh wow. Taking it a bit too far. What the fuck? Honestly, I didn't expect to feel that much for Utani's story. Because I kind of knew it, but I don't remember feeling that affected by it. But oh my god, I don't know, something just... Watching it now just really made me so sad. Because, you know, you knew that Kyoko was, like, obviously it was sad that Kyoko died for Tooru. Like, we've already kind of established in the first episode already how sad it was. But then seeing it again from someone else's point of view, because we knew that Utani and Hana both really loved Kyoko as well, or like, we knew it, like, like they said so, and they really, and they talk about her a lot, and they really respect her. But I don't know, having like her story, like just seeing the story unfold and then having her say she's not going to be there anymore, she died. It was so heartbreaking. Like, because for her, like, because you see how much it meant to her. You kind of thought, I think before, it's kind of like, oh, we love Kyoko, she's a really great mother, she, you know, she was really great to us too. But you don't realize how deep that connection was. Like, Kyoko was really important to her, like, individual, like, Tooru is important for her own sake, and then Kyoko is important for her. Like, they had, you know, a relationship, like, at least Utani here, had a relationship with Tooru and with Kyoko. Like, on an equal kind of footing, you know? I mean, she was like Toru's best friend. It wasn't like equal, but Kyoko was like a mother to her in a lot of ways. So she had like her bond with Kyoko, like losing Kyoko for Uo was like, I don't want to compare it to Toru, obviously, like really devastating on a personal level, you know? Like she was the mother that she never had. Maybe not never, but like after her mother left, basically. The mother and kind of like a parent in general, you know? She just really set her straight just by accepting her and listening to her. And like she didn't try to change her. Like the change came from Uo wanting to change. We saw all those moments when she just opened the door and no matter what Uotani, what condition she was in, it was like she always accepted me, you know? Because, I mean, obviously it comes from Kyoko understanding it on a personal level herself because she was there as well. But she was able to be that to someone, like just a beacon of good, like a beacon of light, something good to, I don't know, to look up to. Like the friendship with Toru, we know that it's wonderful, and we saw like there were really, really sweet moments, like that moment when, you know, Toru made, I don't remember exactly what it was, but whatever. She made something for Uotani as well. And like Uo was kind of afraid that maybe she had to stay away. Maybe she was like ruining kind of Toru's life by being close to her, which is kind of understandable, especially as you see how people treat them. But then she heard Toru and she knew that Toru wanted her in her life. And she wasn't going to, you know, give a crap about others as long as that's what Toru wanted. So there were definitely like really beautiful moments with Toru, but the moments with Kyoko were so powerful. And that moment when you know she talks about her, and you know she's dead, but she talks about her, and you're like, wow, you know, Kyoko's so great, and then she's gone, and it was kind of like losing her all over again. Honestly, it was so sad, losing her all over again. Like. Like we lost her from the get-go, like, but here we really got to see her, like we get to see her through Toru, like Toru talks about her, and we get to see her wisdom and a lot of like the way she just kind of guided Toru to be the person she is. But it wasn't like, we didn't really see, I think, Kyoko as a person so much. I mean, we did, but like not in this way, because Toru always kind of sees her as a mother. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you know, with Utani, we kind of saw her just like what kind of person she is to someone who's not her daughter. You know, that she's the same kind of person to someone that she has, like Uo said, she had no obligation to help me, and she did. But she just reaches out like this and is able to embrace so warmly someone who could potentially be dangerous a little or something, or like that other people would, you know, probably not let their daughter hang around with or something. And again, it's understandable because she used to be this gangster girl, but it's beautiful that she, I don't know, really managed to see through all the walls that Uo had in place, kind of, and just accept her for who she is. Like, she already went through this. She already knows the answer, like Kyoko. She realizes that Uo needs to go through this herself. She needs to get to the same conclusion on her own. And she lets it happen, and she's there to help when it's needed. But the bottom line itself had to be reached by Uo on her own, kind of. Like, with like an accepting and supportive environment for her to be able to reach this conclusion, but not an environment that pushed her to it against her will or something. Like the most precious, like it becomes the most precious when you realize just how precious it is to you, kind of. Like when you are able to, like she did at the beginning, are able to look at the thing that you want and say, I want this. Like, instead of hiding away from it or saying, oh, look how stupid this is, I don't need this at all, like, I don't deserve this or whatever. And then you say, like, I want this, can I actually try to get it? Like, actually test it for myself, actually put myself, like, in this trial where I have to prove myself to myself and to others, and just realize that I can get what I want, even though I thought it was like too good for me or something. And it's also like really lovely to see that at the end, like her relationship with her dad also changed. Like she became kind of very accepting of him. Like we see how Kyoko's like effect like spreads throughout. Like it's kind of funny because we follow Tooru, and Tori's like the center of all of this. But it's kind of, you kind of see like how Kyoko is the one behind her. And then you see it kind of like her approach to life was kind of spread throughout. Like Tooru is, I guess, the biggest channel of this. Like Tooru embodies this, and she has her own way, like her own kind of kindness to add to it. But like everyone does basically. But you see it with Utani, how she was able to kind of pay it forward to those other girls that were like fighting her, and she was like, I get you. And she was pretty much being a Kyoko to them, you know? And you could see how much it affected them to the point of stupidity. But like, you know, just so beautiful to see it passed on. Because I was talking last episode, I was talking about how, you know, those other girls with Uo, they're in the same position pretty much. And no one, like, each of them probably has, you know, different circumstances, and maybe it's like it would be harder for them, you know, to actually make a change like this. Like it's almost impossible, you see, from the circumstances that they're in. Like being able to acknowledge you want something else, being able to actually work hard to get it, having someone to support you throughout that, you know, that's very rare, I would say. Especially as they don't let you live, like, leave. I'm sorry, don't let you live. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, I guess it could come to that point, but basically, they don't want to feel that one of them that there's something better out there that they're not getting, and one of them managed to do it. You know, managed to turn her life around and actually leave them behind. You know, it makes them, I guess, kind of face things that they're not ready to and they don't want to, and makes them angry, you know, that they might want the same things and they won't, and they don't feel like they can do it, and they don't feel they have someone who will help them do it, you know. Uo was really, really lucky also to have that senpai who really looked out for her. That's amazing, and you really, really can't take it for granted. I really hope, like, that was sad that we don't even know what happened to her, but the fact that she moved away, I guess, could definitely mean that maybe she was kind of trying to reinvent herself, you know, and try, like, make an attempt at something different in life for herself, hopefully. I loved seeing how here Uo was doing the same thing for other girls and basically helping them out. Maybe not, she isn't going to be in this closer relationship as Kyoko was with her, obviously, but she was giving them like a chance, and she was giving them a way to see things a little differently. And not looking at them like she expected nothing of them, which is pretty much the problem that these girls or anyone in this situation like kind of gets. You know, the low expectations, the suspicion, that just kind of makes it very hard for you to break out of the way you've been acting, and then people kind of expect you to act that way, and then when you don't, they still don't believe you, you know, they still have suspicions, which you can get, but it's definitely very hard. Like, it makes it all the more hard to make this change. So having someone like look at you and be like, yeah, you know, you should do, like, you can totally do something with yourself, you should do that now, like, you know, I will scold you if you need me to. Like, that's really sweet. Yeah, wow, this episode really affected me more than I thought it would, more than I remembered it did. So I'm just really, really glad that I enjoyed it so much, and it was really lovely. And I was really, really, like, grieving for Kyoko all over again, kind of. Like, I don't feel we ever really grieved for her. I mean, we grieved with Tooru, but we didn't focus on, or we did, but it was just like, from the get-go, it was just like, oh, my mom died. This is how, like, I can't believe she's dead. Like, this person, you know, and I mean, it's something that Tooru keeps saying. It's something that kind of follows us around So in a way, I guess you kind of take it for granted, like, oh yeah, it's so sad that Kyoko's dead. Like, look how wonderful she was as a mother. And it's for real, but then you see another perspective and it's suddenly fresh. It's really heartbreaking. At some point, I know there's going to be a Hana story, but I honestly can't remember if Kyoko was involved there, but I assume so, because both Hana and Uo are connected to Kyoko. But I guess I just don't really remember the backstory. But I think it's only going to be in like 3 or 4 episodes. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I will see you in the next one. Special thanks to my top patrons, Redding Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Stone Tree, Tyranor, and Michael Gabriel. And to the rest of my amazing patrons, without whose support I would never be able to do any of this. Thank you so much.